Hey guys, what's going on? This is your old pal CHH, and in a way, this is how you don't do physical media. I believe I pre-ordered this in June or July of 2024. Yeah, it's been that long. I've been waiting on this release for that long, and I really never got any much updates at all. Not through any emails, no notifications, no, hey, this is what's going on. I kind of forgot about it. I can't even lie. I guess the only silver lining is this did come out during Halloween time. So, last year, I ordered this 4K called Hack-O-Lantern. Now, this is a trashy late 80s horror film that you would see come out from a different label. If there was a different label comparison, it'd definitely be like a TerrorVision or a Vinegar Syndrome. That would probably do this. It's a trashy late 80s horror film. Now, the question is, first of all, is this thing worth the wait? Well, what movie is worth the wait after a year of pre-ordering? I don't know. You guys tell me what movie would be worth it after a year of waiting with no notice. I can't say Hack-O-Lantern was worth it, but let's just kind of get into it. You know, we're going to give it a fair and balanced review regardless. Let's get into it, guys. What is Hack-O-Lantern, might you ask? Let me give you a little bit of a premise. When Tommy was a boy, he witnessed his grandpa, the leader of a vicious satanic cult, murder his father in a brutal ritual on Halloween night. Now Tommy's 18, and Grandpa is ready to indoctrinate him into the ways of the black arts. But as night approaches, someone dressed like a member of the cult, with their face hidden behind a devilish mask, begins stalking and killing people connected to Tommy. Could it be Grandpa, Tommy himself, or someone even more sinister behind these increasingly brutal murders? So it is a movie that I would akin to the quality, acting ability, and style to a movie like Spookies, to a movie like Rocktober Blood, if you will. And I say that lovingly. I'm not hating on it in that sense. Like, you could double feature Hack-O-Lantern with, like, Flesh Eater, which I am obsessed with Flesh Eater. Like, I'm obsessed with it. I love the movie Flesh Eater. If you know me, you know I've become a huge fan of that movie because of Night of the Living Dead. So that's that. Hack-O-Lantern is absolute garbage, trash, late 80s horror. But I say that in a good way. This is a movie, if you're going to watch Hack-O-Lantern, you either need to love 80s horror or watch it with friends. Or at least with somebody that you can riff with while you're watching it. Poke fun at things, or just say, oh man, look at those 80s decorations on the wall. Because this is a Halloween movie. This is a Halloween film, so it's a movie that takes place during the holiday. So it's definitely a movie that I would recommend watching that way. Is it fun? I think it's pretty fun. It could be a little bit faster, but I'll tell you what. The one thing this movie has is a lot of nudity. Jesus, have mercy. There's so much nudity in this. There's some modest little rock and roll scenes. Charming, nostalgic, very, very much of the 80s. But the songs aren't exactly, You Give Love a Bad Name or anything like that. They're not as memorable. And another thing is, like, there's this weird, like, rock seance scene that is truly whacked out and bizarre. And, yeah, I'm not going to be able to get that out of my head for a while. It's just a weird scene. Hack-O-Lantern is trash. It is slasher horror trash. And when I say that, I think a lot of people will say, okay, well, I'm in. And I get it, because I was in. You know, this is a movie, like I said, I'd seen it. I think I'd seen it, and I even have the old Blu-ray. But I don't remember it looking that great on the Blu-ray, if memory serves. I don't think it looked bad by any stretch, but, you know, I was pretty excited. I can't deny that I was excited when I got the pre-order for this. And I thought I would have it that Halloween. Well, that obviously didn't happen. So here it is. We're a year out. Hack-O-Lantern is here. So, how did this release look on 4K? Well, this is the God's honest truth. It looked stupid good. I mean, it's almost funny. Like, when you take movies like this is the thing for me. I find it hysterical. I don't know why I find it funny. I find it absolutely hysterical when you take movies like Hack-O-Lantern or Spookies or even Flesh Eater now to a certain extent, and you completely shine them up and make them look amazing, and they look super high def. There's something funny about that when you're watching movies of this caliber. And it's funny in a way that, like, I like it a lot. So, as much as I want to be pissed off about this being a year late, Hack-O-Lantern was probably as close to a 10 out of 10 in a restoration sense as humanly possible. It looked that good. It's funny how good Hack-O-Lantern looked. And I mean, the audio is okay on this. I think the audio is just like an it's a 24-bit uncompressed original English, so it was clear, but it wasn't like widespread. It sounded like just a fat mono track, so it is what it is. But Hack-O-Lantern is a fun little movie, and I don't know if this thing's even available at this point. Maybe it is, but if it is, and you can get it now that it's in hand, maybe people canceled their pre-orders and they have a stock of these now. Hack-O-Lantern looked stupid good. It looked stupid good. What can I say? So guys, let's take a look at the release. This is actually a side-loading slip. Now the thing that's nice about this side-loading slip, it's embossed, a film by Jacques Mundra. Is that how you say it? Yeah, it's all embossed. The side says Hack-O-Lantern. This is number 38. And, there's a lot of special features on here. We'll take a look. Brand new 4K scan of the original negative with approved HDR color, uncompressed English 24-bit, LPCM audio commentary with producer Raj Maharashtra, English language captions, isolated soundtrack option. The power is in the blood featurette featuring interviews with star Gregory Scott Cummings and Katina Garner. Rare public access interview featuring Katina Gardner, Maria Gant, and director Jacques Mundra. Behind the scenes still, trailer for other Massacre video releases. Yeah, so that's the release for the slip cover. Now here's the actual case. This artwork I do love. I have to admit, I do love that. Hack-O-Lantern. There's the side, says Hack-O-Lantern. And then the back basically just reiterates all the special features. Now here's the discs. The Blu-ray disc actually has the scene I was referencing of the weird, almost seance-like rock and metal scene, and then the 4K disc features the shovel kill, which the shovel kill in this movie, there was actually, there was modest gore in here, but in terms of the quality of the effects, some of the kill scenes are actually pretty funny. There's this one girl who's just about ready to have sex. She lays down, just like opens herself up. She's ready, and then this guy comes in with this fork, and just goes right to you. I was thinking, they're gonna get her in the chest or something, or she's gonna get her like somewhere. No, just goes right into the side of her face, and then they cut back to her, and it's all You can actually see the prosthetic move a little bit whenever it's in, and it was actually pretty effective. And one guy gets whacked with the shovel. Now this guy had the strength, I won't spoil who it is, had the strength. When you whack somebody with a shovel, you're going to hit him, it's going to hurt. This guy mustered the strength enough to be able to hit the guy, and the shovel goes halfway through his face with one hit, which was pretty funny. My only thing is, Massacre Video, I'll say this. I'm going to treat the release fairly. I'm not going to be negative about the release because I don't think that's fair to the people that worked on it. But as a company, I would say this. Maybe there's a chance. I don't know if you guys have any kind of, anything besides just your Instagram or whatever. But I would make sure with your people that pre-ordered stuff and you just update them. I would have been fine if you said, listen, it's going to be a while. We're backed up. It's hard to get. I know that other companies are struggling with this. I know TerraVision, they had to work their ass off to get their stuff in, and it takes a while. I get that. But they're open about it. They do their live streams, and they tell people, we're waiting. I literally can't wait. I literally can't do anything. I have to wait for my shipment of all the discs to come in, and then I will test them and stuff. I didn't see anything on the Instagram page. And as a matter of fact, I heard that there were some people that were posting comments and they were getting deleted as early as like December of last year. So I would just say handle that better. Transparency is everything. People will be understanding of the truth, and they'll be able to they'll move on, and they won't be upset about it. But guys, you gotta do a little bit better than that. I mean, you got to. I mean, you gotta let people know when stuff is gonna be delayed, and then it's just like magically, like they did their Instagram post, and they're like, it's here, it's getting ready to ship. It's like, that's great. Like I said, I'm not going to take this out on the release. I like the release. The movie looks stupidly good. I mean, ridiculously good. But be a little bit better about being upfront with your audience, letting them know, hey, this is what's going on. We're waiting on this. You guys got to improve that. I'm being fair about it. I'm not being mean. But like I said, you know, let's improve on that a little bit, guys. So that's it, guys. Hack-A-Lantern. It's definitely a perfect little horror movie watch right now for the holiday, guys. So there you have it. For those that fought through that pre-order from last July, we made it, guys. So thank y'all for watching. This is your old pal CHH. That's Hack-A-Lantern for you. Huge giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind the scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.